Today, a video game award show that isn't all trailers and teabags. This is CheckPoint.
Feliz Navidad!
Welcome to CheckPoint.
Feliz Navidad!
Welcome to CheckPoint.
Feliz Navidad!
Will you please shut up? Welcome to CheckPoint, where apparently it's Mexican Christmas. Before last week's VGAs, the last Metal Gear Rising trailer came out in 2008. Wow, really? Jeez. Well, we've only just found out that since that trailer, the game was secretly cancelled, and only recently has been picked up by Bayonetta developers PlatinumGames. You could have told us, Konami. Every E3 since 2008 have been excitedly awaiting more news about Metal Gear Rising, and if Platinum hadn't come along to carry the torch, I would have basically been doing that every year forever. When you release an awesome trailer and then don't say anything for a while, we assume it's because you're working real hard at making it more awesome. If you're going to announce it publicly, cancel it publicly. Am I still excited? Ask me again when I stop snickering every time I hear the word revengeance.
Infinity Ward has decided to beef up its trolling department, and instead of issuing lifetime bans to Modern Warfare 3 players who act like buttholes, they're issuing 5,000-day bans. That works out to basically 13 years, but I'd watch out, Infinity Ward. With the right lawyer, I could track down a member of your enforcement team, kill them, and still be out of prison before my ban was up.
Obsidian Entertainment's Chris Avallone said recently that he's very excited by the future of digital downloads and, quote, hopes it stabs the used game market in the heart. This may sound extreme, but this is actually just how Chris Avallone solves all of his problems. Coffee too hot, stab the intern in the heart, and they'll never make that mistake again. In fact, there's very few problems that aren't permanently solved by a good heart stabbing.
Project Rainfall has had a surprising supporter in GameStop of all things. GameStop apparently petitioned Nintendo to release the game and paid for some of the stateside publishing costs. The news isn't all good, however, because a GameStop source says the pre-order numbers aren't looking so hot. So, this being GameStop, low pre-order numbers mean they won't actually bring any copies in. See? They did something nice and we can still make fun of them. We're super jaded.
In an email response, Valve's greater Uber maestro Gabe Newell said that Valve would be announcing something with a 3 in the name at 2012's E3 conference. This sounds exciting initially until you realize that it could be literally anything they make. Half-Life 3, sure. Half-Life 2 Episode 3, obviously, but Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Team Fortress 3, heck, it may even be Dota 3, I don't know. They've seriously never made it past 2 before, so I guess that's the big news. As long as it's not a licensing tie-in with the Three Stooges, we'll be happy.
As 2011 limps towards an eggnog-fueled demise, it's time to sidle up to the easy story trough I call the end-of-the-year list. Here's Paul with the CheckPoint 2011 Game Awards.
Alright, so we're just going to jump right in with Game of the Year, which, as we all know, is not actually Game of the Year. It's the least crappy game I've been playing recently, because nobody remembers more than a month or two back anyway. Remember Resistance 3, Dragon Age 2? Those were this year. Anyway, so it's Skyrim. Moving on, Best RPG, well, that's Skyrim. Best First-Person Shooter, Skyrim, because it's first person. Best Driving Game, that's also Skyrim, because horses. Best Character, the guy from Skyrim who took an arrow to a knee. You know what? I'm just going to read off all the ones that aren't Skyrim. Okay, Best Handheld Game, oh no, that's still Skyrim. Because you can hold it in your hand, I guess. Forgotten Game of the Year, Patapon 3. Wait, 3? What happened to Patapon 2? Well, that's worth another award. Alright, and the most anticipated game is, of course, whatever Elder Scrolls 6 ends up being. Probably Hammerfall or something. Alright, so yeah, this has been the 2011 Skyrim Awards.
Thank you, Paul. My favorite Skyrim this year was Skyrim.
Skyrim, Kathleen. And a Merry Skyrim to you.
Coming up, Tony Hawk HD is coming out, which sounds cool, but it can't really replicate the original without a perfect replica of my high school bedroom wrapped around it.